You are on a winning streak. It's Wednesday. Oh, hey. It is Wednesday, and you are on a winning streak, my friends. Welcome to the Morning Brew. My name is Travis. It's a little bit of a cup of online espresso to get you going for the day. It is mid of the week. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. And sometimes on Wednesday, you just need to remember there's a few days left in the weekend and till the weekend, and you can have a great week. Also, on Winning Wednesday, you can share the brew and you can win a gift card or a prize from us. Now, today's prize, because it is February, we are giving away, thank you, Lisa Will from Kansas City, home of Hallmark, a beautiful gift bag with Valentine's Day mug and goodies. I would show it to you, but it's on the other side of the room, and it's going to be a surprise. Oh, I'm going to get it for you. Boom! Look at that. We are giving this away this week. I was going to give it away next week, but then by the chance you got it, Valentine's Day would almost be over. So since it is February, there's a nice mug, goodies, and stuff in here. Look at that. It actually says, "For the brew." All right, we're giving that away. So all you have to do is share the brew today. When you share the brew, there it is. When you share the brew, you get a chance to win a very nice gift bag today. It's February and it's almost Valentine's Day. So anyway, let me say good morning. Actually, I just saw there's Lisa Will right there. Thank you, Lisa, for providing that, because it's going to bless somebody, and it's awesome to get a gift tailored toward the holiday. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to take that off. So let me say hello to some people. Joy just left the door. Literally, if I would have hit go live like 2 minutes earlier, you would have saw her run right behind me and out the door because she is heading to work today. Doug Edwards, what's up? Good morning, Dana. Good morning. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you too, Joe. And Kevin Pandora, good morning, good morning, good morning. Melinda is there. Pandora, I'm going to assume you're at our house tonight for Girls Club. It's Joy's small group. It's not really Girls Club, but she's going through a book called Forgiving What You Can't Forget. The reason I look down is because 5 of those books are sitting on my laptop to bring my laptop up. So that's kind of funny. After tonight, I won't have that. Melinda, good morning to you. And Chris Bartlett, sunny morning. Good morning all the way in Florida. I'm assuming Pam is watching too. John, good morning. Nancy. Oh, sorry. I'm getting behind myself. Nancy, hey. And May, I said hi to her, and Tanya and Rose. So good seeing you last night. Rose was part of our Dream Team Labs last night. We had several people, Matt Toon and Charleston, show up and just hear their stories and find out what a great fit for them is serving or just taking their next step, just figuring out what their best next step is. And so excited for that. So I got to see Rose out in the lobby. So hello again. Good morning. Good morning. Brian, good morning to you as well. It is a wonderful Winning Wednesday. To you too, Mr. Taylor. Good morning. Good morning. And Aunt Barb. Good morning. Melissa and Cheryl. Wow, we got a lot of people rolling in here. So, and Connie. Yep. Melissa, what's the name of that book again? I'll have Joy post about this, but and if you can look back at one of her posts, but it's called Forgiving What You Can't Forget by Lisa Turkest. So yeah. Okay, so mug of choice today, because this is going to go with part of my story. And here's another reason it's a Winning Wednesday. I had a good friend. Let's see, it was Joy Edgars. She's usually on, sometimes a little later in the morning. She's usually on watching. And Joy Edgars went out to visit family in Pennsylvania, and she brought me back a Pennsylvania Starbucks mug. And Boy, my coffee is full today. I'm gonna spill it. So I love this. I love the city mugs and have you been there mugs from Starbucks, and because it's usually if you've traveled there, it's great memories. And so let me tell you, when I was in college, my friend Chris Sepper, shout out to Chris Sepper, he watches occasionally. So he had an internship in the where was he at? I don't know. Philadelphia. He had an internship in Philadelphia for a summer or a semester or something like that. And so I was on spring break. I was at EIU. I got hired by the Journal Gazette to write a travel piece. And because I went to go visit him in Philadelphia. And so I got the entire page of an inside edition of a travel story to Philadelphia. And I was actually looking at this cup going, yep, I remember that. Yep, been there. So I literally was Philadelphia for probably not at like 3 or 4 days. We actually took a day and drove into New York City. First time I've ever been in New York City. But in Philadelphia, I got to see the Liberty Bell and got to go in. I bet with COVID, you don't even get to go inside that because it's like in this glass chamber outside, and you go in and there's like 15 people can get around it and you can see the crack and they tell you the story. So I've seen the Liberty Bell. We got to see the stuff about the revolution, things like that. But then he took me to the controversial Philadelphia, if you guys know anything about Philadelphia, controversial location of the original Philly cheesesteak. So the original Philly cheesesteak is in a very, it was just a very residential area of town. And there's two little stands on one side of the road and the other. And they both claim to be the original Philly cheesesteak. And when you go over to both of their stands, there's pictures everywhere of famous people who've come to get an original Philly cheesesteak. You know what the trick, you know what the secret sauce, do you know what the Philly cheesesteak is all about? I didn't know this until I did this story and I went there. So, I mean, the beef was good and they get it on the bun, but you know what the cheese is? It's Cheese Whiz. It's just a big pump of Cheese Whiz that then melts into the meat. Yeah, Joel, you're right. Joel Van Briggle in Europe, coming live from Europe. Joel says it's Geno's or Pat's and Pat's. So I don't know which one is the original. I don't even remember which one we went to. I can't remember which one we went to, but yeah, Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz is, yeah, wait, you're from Pennsylvania, Joel, right? Cheers, man. Can you tell me what Yinz is? Post in there what Yinz is, because that was the one thing I was like, what is Yinz? So the cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak, it was delicious. So also, what else is in Pennsylvania? You have you got that groundhog from yesterday. Punxsutawney Phil. He's in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of Pennsylvania references. I would have had my Pennsylvania mug yesterday for Groundhog's Day, but I was at the church, as you know. So I had to figure out, I couldn't take it with me. So anyway, Punxsutawney Phil is from Pennsylvania. Scranton is Pennsylvania, which is Dunder Mifflin and President Biden. So Scranton, Pennsylvania, obviously Philadelphia, but Punxsutawney Phil, the Steelers, not a Steelers fan, anyway. So very cool. I remember, Yinz means y'all, you all. That's like a northeastern way of this. Are you trying to rip off the southern? He said Yinz. Here, I'll put that on. He goes, Yinz guys are awesome. You all are awesome. Yinz guys are awesome. Yinz. In the South, we just say y'all. Y'all. I don't say y'all, but I have friends that say y'all. Now I have friends that say Yinz. Didn't know that about you, Joel. Yinz. Yinz guys are awesome. I don't know. So yeah, anyway, so that's Phil. But there's a lot with this. So anyway, when I went and visited Chris Sepper, it was this 1-bedroom apartment that that an internship kind of kid would get. So it was kind of a dumpy little place. If he's watching, he had a bedroom. He allowed me to sleep gloriously on a love seat in the some kind of family room setup. So I'm like all crunched up on the love seat. My legs are hanging over, and I'm just laying there sleeping. But the greatest thing was at the time, Chris was eating a lot of tuna, and he would eat tuna out of the can. And then he was a second floor, if not third floor of this apartment building. And he would open up his window and chuck the tuna can into the alleyway. And literally 10 or 15 cats. Cats would eat out of the tuna can when he was done. I just remember him opening up the window and throwing it out there, and then the cats would pounce on it. Chris, if you're watching, oh, that's hysterical. I just remembered you feeding the cats with this tuna cans out the window of a second-story apartment building, just chucking it in the cat. So, so good. So good. James Hefner, gloriously love it. Are you from Pennsylvania, James? I don't know. Pastor James, where are you from? He might be, because he's liking the you ones. Yes. So, I don't know. I also drove through Pennsylvania on the way home with a friend that we flew out to New York City to pick up a Maserati, and we drove the Maserati from New York all the way back to Mattoon. We just did that last year, so that was a trip through Pennsylvania that was probably quicker than should have been. So anyway, you know the song, "My Maserati goes 185." Pretty close. Oh, that's right, James. You're from Kansas. I knew that. I totally knew that. So. That's right, Sarah. I'm talking about Chris Sepper. So we're all college buddies. So, hey, let me switch gears a little bit, but don't log off. Because it's Winning Wednesday and you're on a winning streak, I want to give you some scripture today that's going to set you off on a winning attitude. I've been reading the 1-year Bible in Psalms. We are into Psalms 16. And also the New Testament, Old Testament and stuff. So, but this is the heart cry of David again. And if you're not feeling like life is always going your direction, read this. I love it. It's encouraging. He says, he reached down, meaning God. He reached down from heaven and he rescued me. He drew me out of the deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemies, from those who hated me and who were too strong for me. He goes on to say this: they attacked me at a moment when I was in distress, but the Lord, this is what I want you to hear, but the Lord supported me. The Lord supported me. He led me to a place of safety. He rescued me because he delights in me. I want you to know, when you cry out to the Lord and you're facing an enemy and you're facing a hard time and you're facing that challenge, and it seems like you're in a moment of distress, just like King David, when you're in a moment of distress, it says, King David declares, the Lord supported me. He led me to a place of safety. Another translation says to spacious space, some room to breathe. He led me to a place of safety. He rescued me because he delights in me. Today, if you're facing anything and you need to hear this, listen to me today. Listen, he can lead you to a place of safety, to spacious land where you can breathe and understand the peace of God. He can rescue you because he delights in you. If you're in distress, he can support and rescue you because he loves you and he delights in you and he believes in you and he cares about you. And so if you're facing something today, maybe you need to open up Psalm chapter 16 on your own when we log off and just read that and realize he supports you. He wants the best for us. We don't serve a God, and God is not up in heaven hoping that we stub our toe so he can pounce on us in life. He's not trying to always smack us on our wrist and punish us. He wants to help you. He cares about your future more than he cares about your past. I say that a lot. He believes in you and who you can become, and he wants to support you even in the trials of life. in the situations that are distressful. So if you're stressed out, he can bring the support. If you are facing some tough times, he can be there to help you out. So anyway, read Psalm 16, and also I want to encourage you again, share the brew, because somebody is going to get this gift bag, because the wonderful Lisa Wilk, who is so kind and gracious, a part of the brew almost every single day, also a Mat 2 native. She lovingly supplies me with some fun gifts to give away at Kansas City, from Kansas City. So you're on a winning streak. Help somebody else be on a winning streak. Have an incredible day. Go Punxsutawney Phil. See you guys later.